I was like, I need my Vaseline!
Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing a video on my monthly favorites for February, and I have a pretty good stash of stuff to talk about. The first products that I've been loving this month is the one and only Revlon Lip Butters. This is the latest color that I got, which is in Tutti Frutti 015, and it's, as you can see, a really bright, super bright coral color. But it's so pretty, and it's like one of those colors that just screams, you know, spring and summer. It just adds that pop of color to your entire face. I mean, you can have a totally, you know, neutral makeup look on, and then add something like this to your lips, and it's just like, you know, super springy, super summery. The only thing is that where I live, it's very not spring right now. It's not even remotely close to spring. It's freezing cold outside. There's a ton of snow on the ground, and so it's like I've been collecting these springish, you know, like makeup items and clothing items, and yet I don't really feel like I can full on wear them because, you know, I mean, it's like a little bit ridiculous to be wearing that kind of stuff when you're like trudging through the snow. So what I actually ended up doing is pairing it with my Revlon lip gloss in the color Peach Petal. And I mean, these colors are obviously nothing alike. This is like a pale, I don't even want to say pink because it's more of a nude color. But what I found it does is it just kind of mutes the coral color enough that you can get away with wearing it. You know, like even if you're not wearing, even if you're not living in an area where it's at all resembling like spring is around the corner. So I'm actually wearing it now, and it, you know, you still see the color, you know, pop through and stuff, but it just tones it down quite a bit because this on its own is very, very, very pigmented. If you're looking for a nice coral color for the summer, or if you are living, you know, somewhere where you could like pop this baby on now, this is a great choice. But anyway, so I've been loving this combination together. So the next product that has become a favorite of mine this month is the L'Oreal True Match Perfect Match Touche Magique Illuminating Concealer. This thing has like a million names on the package. I don't know what it's actually called, but it's basically a illuminating concealer. I would say it's more of an illuminator than a concealer. I have pretty dark under eye circles, and so this is super sheer. Like, it really doesn't do much at all to actually like cover dark circles. It's more like of a highlighter, illuminator. So basically what I'll do is I will use my regular under eye concealer, and then I'll just use this to kind of add some brightness to under my eyes and kind of in the corner of my eye and just kind of underneath, almost near my brow bone sort of. And it kind of just helps reflect light and add some brightness to that area, but it doesn't really cover anything, if that makes sense. But I like how it kind of just adds a little bit of a like reflective quality to under your eyes. So the next products that I have been loving this month and loving for the last few months is the Maybelline Color Tattoos, and I have 4 different colors now. These are the 4 colors that I have. I have Bad to the Bronze, Bold as Gold, Pomegranate Pink, and Tough as Taupe right there. And I just love these things. I mean, I know they're talked about all over YouTube, and so it's not really a shocker for them to be in a favorites video, but I just find I'm using them constantly. And, you know, like when you're on the go and you kind of just want to, I mean, you want to have makeup on, but you don't want to like spend time doing makeup necessarily. These are the easiest things to just pop on because you can wear them by themselves and they look great. When I have some time, I've been experimenting with mixing some of the colors. So I've really been liking wearing Tough as Taupe, like kind of as an overall lid color, and then adding pomegranate, I said pomegranate pink, it's not, it's pomegranate punk. I was going to say it doesn't look pink. Anyway, and adding pomegranate punk, which is like this deep raspberry color, just to like the outer kind of corner of my lid, and it just looks really nice. It adds like a little bit of color to your eyes, but it's not like wham bam like in your face. Okay, what else? Oh, okay. Here's another product that I found this month that I'd never tried before, but I actually heard Emily Noel talking about this. She's talked about it quite a few times actually, and it's the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro primer. I like what they do to my, I like what they do to the overall finish of my skin, and how it kind of makes your makeup glide on a lot smoother. But I find that a lot of them have like the silicone in it. I almost find that wearing it makes my makeup kind of slip off, if that makes sense. So even though it like feels nice on my skin and it feels nice to touch, a lot of times it's almost like I feel like my foundation is sort of slipping and sliding around on top of it, which I think is like kind of defeating the whole purpose of wearing a primer, which is supposed to help, you know, the longevity of your makeup. I decided to try this one, and I tested it out in the store. And what I like about this one is that it's more of a creamy kind of consistency. I don't know if you can see, but it's not really like that sort of clear gel type of primer. It's creamy, and it kind of goes on like a lotion, and it still gives you that really smooth feel, but it just seems like it adheres better to your makeup. I don't know. I don't really like to spend a lot of money on things like this, especially when I don't know, you know, like if it's going to work or if I'm going to like the product. The Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro, that's a good product. What else? All right, here's another good one. The Revlon Photo Ready Makeup, and I'm in 003 Shell. And I know a lot of people have been comparing this to the Makeup Forever HD, I think, makeup. Normally what I use actually is the Revlon Color Stay makeup, which I have here. And I use 150 Buff, the combination oily skin one. I found though that like in the winter time, even though it's for combination oily skin, a lot of times it'll make my skin a little bit dry. Not just feel dry, but kind of look dry. I mean, you don't want to look oily, but sort of just no dimension to my skin. I tried this on its own, and it doesn't quite have as much coverage as the Color Stay does, but it has a really nice natural luminous kind of finish to it, which is nice. So I decided to try mixing the two. So that's what I've been doing. I've been using my Revlon Color Stay and then adding in like a pump of the Photo Ready, and it just gives like the nicest finish to your skin. So you still have the, you know, the full coverage and the staying power of the Color Stay makeup, but you get, you know, a bit of a more natural, dewy finish with the, you know, Photo Ready. My next favorite is a fragrance, and I'm not a huge fragrance wearer. I never really have been. I usually lean more towards the like body sprays and body splashes. I don't know, I've never really gotten used to the smell of perfume, which I know sounds like ridiculous, but I always find it strong, and maybe just because I'm not a typical wearer of perfume, it's kind of like overwhelming for me. And I think too, part of it is like having kids, which is like a silly excuse, but for me, like having kids, like small kids, I don't really like wearing like really super strong, you know, like scents around them, because I don't know, it just, they're like so close to your body and like inhaling it in, and I don't know, I'm weird like that. But anyway, I think it was in my January Luxe box. It was my December or January Luxe box. I got a whole bunch of samples of perfume, and one of the ones that were in there was the Prada Candy, and I mean, I know it's a fairly known perfume, and I've seen it around, but I've never taken the time to smell it. But I pulled it out, and I thought, oh, you know, like, since I have it here, like, I'll just try it, and I kind of, like, fell in love with it. So I just have the sample size of it, but I've pretty much been wearing it, like, every time I go out somewhere. I find myself, like, reaching for it. This one, it's just kind of light. It's a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit sweet, and florally, but not crazy florally. I'm more of a, you know, like vanilla-y, sweet kind of scent person if I had to choose a scent. And I would say it leans more towards that, but it's just a nice mixture of smells. It's hard for me to describe it. I just really like it, and I don't know, there's a chance that when I'm done the sample, I am going to perhaps buy a full bottle for myself. So I don't know, we'll see. I really like it though. It's really been nice. So I've really been enjoying that. So dry hands, dry lips, dry everything this winter. Like out of control. Like, I have totally been reaching for my Vaseline Healthy Hand and Nail Conditioning Lotion with keratin and vitamin E. This thing is so great. The reason why I love this cream is because you put it on and you rub it into your skin, and it leaves like this layer of moisture on your skin, and it almost feels like you're wearing like gloves, which I know is like crazy, but it's not greasy. It just creates like this protective barrier on your skin, but you can touch stuff. And it's not like smeary or, you know what I mean, like oily or greasy. It just, I don't know, this stuff rocks. Okay, so normally I just use my EOS lip balm for just sort of every day, for just kind of conditioning my lips. This works great. I love it. You know, awesome. Except that this year was the first year that I had crazy, insanely chapped, cracked, like to the point where they were like almost bleeding, which I know is disgustingly gross. But that's how bad my lips got this year. They've never gotten that bad, and I was literally like desperate for something to soothe my lips. I mean, I used the heck out of this, and it did nothing. It did absolutely nothing for my lips. So then I went out and I got myself another one. I went out and got myself the Nivea Light Kiss Lip Care lotion-y type thing for my lips. Tried this for a few days. It did nothing. And I thought, okay, let me try some different kind of a formula. So I got the Blistex Lip Infusion with sunscreen and moisture splash. And it's kind of like a rollerball-y type of clear lip balm type thing. And it did nothing. Out of desperation, I went and got the Blistex Lip Medics for cold sores, cracked and dried lips. Like, this is like heavy duty, you know, like thick, you know, hardcore lip stuff. Did nothing. Not only did it not do anything, it burned my lips, because I think there's menthol in here, which I've never really understood. Yeah, there's menthol in here. When you have, like, you know, open wounds on your lips, the last thing you want to put on your lips is menthol. Did nothing. I literally felt like I had tried everything in the drugstore, and I was going crazy because nothing was working. The last one I found was the Aveeno Intense Relief Therapy Lip Protection. And I bought this sheerly because it was the only one, like it was the only brand that I hadn't tried. And I thought, okay, I'm going to try it because, like, I need something. But I didn't really think it was going to work because of the fact that it was Aveeno. And not because I don't love Aveeno products, because I have a ton of Aveeno, like, face, you know, and skin products. And I love their stuff because it's so gentle, and I think that that's why I thought this stuff was not going to work, because I thought it's just going to be too gentle, you know, it's not going to be like hardcore. This stuff rocks. The one that I thought was going to be the most unlikely to help my lips, probably within the day, I mean, I put this on during the day and at night, and then by the time I woke up in the morning, my lips were like completely like I could talk again and smile again without them like cracking and like bleeding. So I mean, I love my other lip balm, and like I still will use my EOS lip balm as an everyday lip balm. This is, you know, great. But when we're talking like, you know, severe, you know, like more than just adding moisture back to your lips kind of, you know, lip stuff, I highly recommend this. So if you're having some issues with like the weather in your area, you know, it's like just the dry air and the wind and everything like that, I do not go a day now without using this on my lips. Love, 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 love. This is probably my favorite thing of them. And those are my favorites for the month of February. So I hope you enjoy that. And thanks for watching, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.